This video is for anyone who's ever wondered how these van lifers are making money out on the road, especially for multiple consecutive years at a time. Whether you're living in a van already or dreaming of a practical way to get into it and questioning how to financially sustain it, I'm making this video for you. My wife and I lived in our camper van for the last 3 years full time, having just sold it and begun a move into a new adventure. We found the whole experience to be well worth it, both financially and spiritually, and maybe I can spread a little hope to anyone thinking of taking a similar detour. We didn't just survive out there, we actually made it sustainable. And today I'll break down exactly how we did it, what worked, what didn't, and what we'd do differently if we started over. Before we get into it, please like and subscribe. This channel is still in its early days and I need all the support I can get to sustain it. We're diving into all things alternative living, from how to make money while traveling to mistakes we learned the hard way. If that sounds useful to you, stick around. Back in November 2019, we had a difficult choice to make. Our landlord was increasing the rent, and we had already been apartment hopping for the previous decade, growing tired of watching rent money fly out the window every month, but not yet with enough capital to invest in a home of our own. It was either sign the new lease at the increased amount, move to another apartment for like the 10th time, or give this van life thing a real go, as we had been consuming van life content for the preceding 4 years. The first step was finding a place to build it out, and potentially a lower rent to help us afford it. Heather's parents had a spare bedroom, so we asked if we could live there while we built it out, and they agreed. We didn't have a lot saved, maybe like $15,000, so we took out a loan from a local credit union in order to buy a brand new ProMaster van. Right off the bat, I'll add that you can definitely save some money on your own build by being patient and watching the used van market, especially in a state with a lower cost of living. We put $5,000 as a down payment. Heather, a speech therapist, and I, a graphic artist, moved in with her parents, saving every penny we could for the van. She worked full-time while I built and researched, slowly stepping away from my freelance work. And major props to her, Heather busted her ass that year. Our initial plan was to work remotely online on the road, and while I can do my work remotely, it was a little trickier for Heather to find a good paying job doing her work via teletherapy. But an alternative reared its head. You might have heard of travel nurses. Similar agencies contract speech therapists as well, the only adjustment to our plan being that these were a minimum of 3-month contracts. We would need to stay in a city or small town for 3 months at a time. We would be limited by where these contracts were available, but the pay was good. She signed with an agency she liked and we were off. We had officially manifested what we had dreamed about for the last 6 years. It was wild. It was freeing and empowering. For my freelance work, I was fortunate to have enough of my art out there that it often spread by word of mouth or by people seeing work I had done for other clients. I pushed my work on social media in order to keep myself at the forefront of potential clients' minds. I started multiple Etsy shops, and I maintained relationships with recurring clientele. The strategy became this. She would work for 3 months at the most desirable contract location. We would take a few months off and then rinse and repeat. We did this in Los Angeles, Oregon, Idaho, and lastly in Chico, California, where we were close to friends and family and extended the contract a number of times because of that fact. During that time, we got to drive the whole coastal route multiple times, see Yosemite and Yellowstone, and stay the night at farms, wineries, breweries, and golf courses around the Pacific Northwest. During the times when our location was limited by one of her contracts, we made the most of it, lucking out big time with beautiful and convenient places to park and plug in near where she worked, using the van to commute. One contract was with a hospital who had their own RV parking area specifically for employees like Heather. Another was near a relative of ours who let us park each night in their driveway. And another was at a beautiful RV park along the river that we paid a small fee for.
Living in a van down by the river.
I'd drop her off at work and then find a pretty and quiet place to get my work done. On our months off, we'd explore and visit our scattered friends and family. A bit of a financial issue and a real practical issue was our water supply and finding fill-up stations. So we hardly used the shower that I installed in the build, opting to get a membership at a gym with many dispersed locations. At first, this was with Planet Fatness. Should I do that or no? At first, this membership was with Planet Fatness, but the locker room style showers left privacy a thing to be desired. And once we discovered that Anytime Fitness had their showers located in private bathrooms, we opted to pay the higher membership fees in order to have a private and peaceful daily shower experience. Both of these gyms are available in many cities around the States. We found that one of the hardest things was building new friendships in each of the towns she was contracted in, and then abandoning them to move on to the next place, and ultimately missing the strong bonds that we had back home. So every few months, we'd spend a week or two back home in order to refill our love meters with our kin and kind. It was a whirlwind of a time. Being out on the road, finding alternative means of work is not for everyone. We found it challenging to sustain long term, and when this realization dawned on us, when we found that we were growing exhausted of the camper van lifestyle, craving a bigger bed, land of our own, and a readily available shower, our van was still relatively young at 28,000 miles. Around the same time, I happened upon a new nomadic endeavor, which I'll announce in a video soon, and we listed the van for sale. I thought to myself, I should probably make a tour video of the van in order to help it sell, and this channel was born. Check that video out next. I'm really proud of what I built with almost no building experience. And the van sold to somebody that I'm really happy to have passed it on to. If you're finding this helpful, a like and a subscribe really helps more people find this video. Thank you, seriously. Okay, so I've given you a little bit of insight into us, but everyone's situation is different. So if our path doesn't quite fit your situation, here are other options people use to make it work. Visit a few van life forums and Facebook groups. The question of how people make money remotely is asked weekly amongst them. Use the search function on those pages and you'll be quickly swimming in options. But off the top of my head, here are a few other ideas that may better apply to your situation. House sitting, campground hosting, online fitness or life coaching, selling stock photography, remote tech work, affiliate marketing through content creation, buying a cash flowing real estate property or renting out an existing one, or investing in dividend yielding stocks. Many nomads remotely run a business of their own, do data analytics or content creation, much like I am with this video right now. If you take a holistic approach to content creation, putting your mental health priorities firstmost, then it shouldn't be excluded from your list of possibilities. We each have a story to share, and faceless YouTube channels are a rising option for creators who aren't comfortable speaking in front of the camera like this. We all have unique life experience, interesting hobbies, and particular skills to share. Never belittle yourself and your uniqueness, and never underestimate the power of sharing your story. As far as finding free places to park your van goes, apps like iOverlander, Free Roam, and Campendium will help. You can typically stay at Planet Fatness and other 24-hour gyms, casinos, BLM land, truck stops and travel centers, friends' driveways, fairgrounds, maybe churches. Don't hesitate to ask your friends for help. There's no shame in trying to get a one-up financially. You'll be surprised how often friends have extra parking space and are welcoming. It often makes them feel good to be of aid. Even friends in apartments or with street-side residences often have no objections to you being parked on the street in front of their place. This can add a layer of safety if that's a significant concern of yours. Parking street side may seem risky. You may worry about getting a knock on the door in the dark of night, but the world is far safer than the news would have you believe. Violent crime has been steadily declining since the 90s, no matter what the news says. Your gut will tell you all you need to know when you pull up at a spot. Trust it and have a plan in place if you get a knock from a possessive neighbor. Knowing the laws of the state and city will help, and window covers will go a long way. You can do this, and that may sound like toxic positivity, but when the alternative is staying discontented in a negative cycle, and when that pain grows strong enough, van life isn't just an option, it can be for you like it was for us, one of the best financial and spiritual decisions we've ever made. We learned that fear is our biggest enemy, and that smacking him out of the way to take the path less traveled has bigger rewards than we ever could have imagined. And that's not a meaningless platitude, it's a reality for us, and we'll be sharing more of those rewards soon on this channel. We are normal people, we're nothing special, and I say that because I don't like to see people let fear hold them back. It's a weaselly little liar. Also, this is only my 2 cents, my singular perspective. Use your unique imagination and you'll discover pathways that serve you and your situation best. If you want to purchase a professional diagram of the electrical system in our build or a detailed breakdown of our build expenses, a link is in the description and it'll be a huge help to us. Supporting this channel, whether through purchases or engagement, really helps me keep sharing these valuable insights with you. Thanks for watching. Leave a comment so I can better cater to you in future videos and make it a peaceful rest of the day, 'cause I love you.